Simon Ekpa has come to finish this job. You can never bring me down. The more you fire at me, the more I will collect the bullet and build more armor to myself. I am telling you the fact. I want when you are firing me, that is when I get stronger, because I will collect all your bullets and build my own armor and deal with you.
Good day, my SVUers. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Okpara, I want you to quickly respond to the statement that came from the Finland-based Biafra agitator. I'm talking about Simon Ekpa, who have said no one can bring him down. That the more they fire at him, the more he collect the bullets and build more resilience, more immunity, and forge ahead.
Simon Ekpa have said it, that he come to finish this job. Which job did he come to finish? He come to the final restoration of the Republic of Biafra. Now, if you see it, his character, his movements, his way, his attitude, everything is organized. You know that he's a finisher. Other people have started the race. It's just like when they're running relay. Relay, 4 people made up of on one track. And Ojukwu started it. Owazirike collected the baton and dropped. Nnamdi Kanu, 3rd person, collected it, the baton. Then our able Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is the 4th person collecting the baton. Which means he will run across the line. And whereby
the finishing line.
The finishing line. And Nigeria is coming after him. Nigerian supporters are coming after him. We have 6 lanes that make up running race in a relay race or in any track and field. And fortunately, Biafra is on lane 1, which is easy to turn. Nigeria is on lane 6. Followers and supporters of Nigeria in lane 5, lane 3, lane 4. And all of them are far behind Biafrans. This is why Simon Ekpa say, I am 1 million miles ahead of you. So Simon Ekpa holding the last battle now. He will run across the finishing line, which is where we are now, waiting for the announcement on December 2nd, 2024 for restoration of Biafra nation.
Is it because of the anointing he received from Nnamdi Kanu? Remember that he have said it, that he took an oath with Nnamdi Kanu.
You see, everybody that running this race to finish for restoration of Biafra or Biafran cause must surely collect anointing. If you don't have the anointing, you cannot do it. Because look at this one who dropped immediately. Rafa Wazirike. Rafa Wazirike, just like what Bible said in the book of Matthew, I think Matthew chapter 25. The wise virgin and foolish virgin. The wise virgins has oil enough in their lantern. But the foolish 5 virgins don't have oil enough. When they waited for the master to come, the master did not come, he delayed. The oil in their lamp run out. They went to buy oil. Before they will come back, the master have come in and enter into the hall for the wedding, and they were locked outside. This is what happened to Rafa Wazirike. His oil in his lamp is not enough. Ojukwu oil was enough. He carried us to reach where we reach. Nnamdi Kanu oil is enough, which made him to be steadfast up to today, even in detention. And Simon Ekpa have enough oil in his lamp, which made him to be able to stand upon all the whole arrow they are casting upon him. So he's a finisher. And as he said, he prefer for you people to shoot, continue to shooting him. Because the more you are shooting him, the more you are building him up. The more you are shooting him, the more you are reminding him what he's about to do. The finishing job is supposed to finish. The more you are shooting him, the more he's waxing strong. Now he said, continue to shoot. When you shoot, I will collect your bullet and build up his own arms, his own self-defense up well. Now, not only physical shooting, but spiritual shooting. Do you know how many spiritual arrows have gone against him. Do you know how many spells they have cast against him? But in in the in all of them, he tried to do what? To caption them with a spiritual air defense. He has spiritual air defense. When they shoot it in the air, physically, spiritually, his own spiritual air defense will magnet those weapons, will magnet those bullets, will magnet those arrows, will magnet those spears. Remember, I think in Numbers 20:23, he said, "There's no enchantment against Jacob or divination against Israel. There's no enchantment against Simon Ekpa or the divination against Simon and Ekpa." You have to understand. So, this is why he's boasting in the Lord. His power is not of a man, but his power is from the Lord. Remember, I think in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, he said, "Our weapon is not carnal, but spiritual, pulling down strongholds of the enemies." So, weapon of Simon Ekpa is not carnal, it's a spiritual. Pulling down every stronghold of the enemies, pulling down every stronghold of Nigerian and their allies against him, against Biafra, pulling them down.
Did you hear from God, or you are just using your instinct?
I did not say God told me, but if you look at the scenario of the whole thing and you have a gift of discernment, you know what I am saying. You know what I'm saying. You understand? Because a man cannot rise up, be doing all these things I've been doing by his own power. There must surely be a spiritual connection that enable him to do all things he has doing. You understand? And meanwhile, if you are not born for something and you force yourself into it, you may not succeed.
So when he said he's born for Biafra restoration to help Nnamdi Kanu restore Biafra, you believe in light, sink, and hooker in total?
I believe it in total. Because if you watch now, we tell to him, and Nnamdi Kanu is in this condition, he is now. What could have been Biafran struggle? What could have he been? Nnamdi Kanu release, what could have he been? All of them could have been trash. Maybe by now Nnamdi Kanu could have been rotten in the grave. Because I know that is the pressure Simon Ekpa, Biafran Republic government in exile, and the men on the ground, is the pressure they mount on Nigeria that made them to still considering Nnamdi Kanu life. If there's no people forced like this, coming from Biafra government in exile, Simon Ekpa and the men in the ground, I think by now Nnamdi Kanu could have been a forgotten person in the grave.
Okay, now, by 24th of September 2024, that is this year, is the next adjourned case of Nnamdi Kanu's case. And all the move to see whether they can have a political solution to his case, that is the day the judge will tell the court or the world whether federal government and Nnamdi Kanu's legal team have been able to come to terms for his political release. If that happens and he's released politically, what do you think will be way forward for Biafra restoration?
Politically, it depends on the time what they will present. As of now, their political settlement, nobody know what is going on. They do not publish anything. It's within themselves. You understand? So it depends on what the court will read out that very day, and what Nnamdi Kanu will say. And before it come up to the court to read it out or to be published to the public hearing, Nnamdi Kanu might have already signed and agreed and signed. So whatever Nnamdi Kanu signed that will be against restoration of Biafra, we Biafra will reject it. Whatever Nnamdi Kanu will sign that will be against the restoration of Biafra, Biafra will reject it.
Could that be the reason, aside Dukowa is saying that the Igbos, Biafrans, have abandoned Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu should face the wrath of the law?
Forget about Asidukubo. Asidukubo is a parrot. Asidukubo is a man who open mouth and talks anything. It's just like Anyus. Anyus have different sound of mess. When Anyus want to mess, you hear to. That's how Asidukubo used to speak. They can talk anything. So I don't take his word as a as a meaningful thing. He can talk anything. He can boast of anything. But wait, his own time of judgment is coming. Nnamdi Kanu's position will be better than his own.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okpara Okokone. I think this is a good place to let it go. I'm Mr. Matthew and this is Satellite Media.